So Spravato is the thing that has helped me most. Yes, learning about neurotools and vagal regulation, and nervous system regulation, all of that's been profoundly helpful. But not enough. It doesn't fix the subfloor bar for joy. Um, it is the thing that has helped my anxiety, my depression, my PTSD, and my suicidal ideation the most. It is almost incomparable how I felt before compared to the impact that it has had on me and how I feel now. I was initially scared to consider ketamine in any form, just because I had heard horror stories, but those were all people abusing it like street drugs. So I'm glad that I listened to that recommendation from a friend and found a clinic in Junction that I started working with, and then after I moved to Denver, have found another clinic here that I really love. And so I strongly encourage you to look at the Spravato website. That's a really good place to start looking for someone. It can be tricky to find the right person and to find someone that accepts your insurance, and they have a lot of different mechanisms for making that easier for people, and they have their clinics and clinic practitioners are listed. And the neurotools on this site work well with Spravato because during treatments sometimes difficult things will come up or difficult sensations, and so the tools in here are designed to bring you back into that safety, back into the ventral vagal, and so I brought that into sessions, and it can be a very helpful tool while you're receiving treatment, in addition to just in general. I still use these neurotools daily to regulate myself and to adjust my nervous system state, to keep myself balanced and stable. But all of it is significantly easier now after having Spravato treatments. And you may find that you can do treatment, just the protocols, and you're fine. Most people who live with these things find they have to continue to go back for treatments, for maintenance. And that's okay, right? Like, if it helps you, then that's really what matters. And so, okay, so here's what I found. Number one, my bar for joy was below ground, and it lifted that bar, like in a way that I was like, oh, I can breathe, right? That what's pressing down on you, that depressive press, felt lifted, and then later it felt like it dissolved completely, so that I was free of this thing that presses down on me. That was huge. Number two, I observed it changing my brain. It changed, if you've had EMDR, you will be able to relate to the things being in your face and then the shift to being in the long-term memory, right? Like not being in your present moment in your face, but being sorted and filed differently. So that changed the way that I thought about myself, the way I thought about my life, the way I thought about my trauma, and the way I've thought about myself and my place in the world, right? And my feelings about the world in general. My thoughts became more forward thinking, right? They were present in life now and moving forward. They were not caught in the past like they had been so often. I felt a sense of excitement for the future, right? And a sense of engagement with life that was very different. And number three, it went directly to my pain center. I could feel it go deep into my pain, reminded my brain and my psyche what it was like to live without the pain. And it changed how I felt about my pain in general. It helped me to process it on a deeper level through my sessions, and again moved it and sorted it into the past instead of being in my face in the present. Now, this doesn't mean those things don't still come up, because they do. But it's the way they come up now is different. The intensity and my response to them is just different. And it's easier to shift my state. So number 4, it engaged me with life force and vitality. There was definitely the word I kept coming to was regenerative. Like I just felt like my brain and my whole being was being regenerated in a way. And I just felt this invigoration of energy from that, and that vitality, that feeling of life force flowing through me without being so dampened by my struggles. Number 5, it gave me myself back, and it gave me my life back. And not necessarily back, I don't like that word, I guess, because I'm different now, and we are all changed as a result of our experiences, as a result of trauma, but it gave me a sense of myself back, but in a new form, right? I felt more like myself than I had for the past near decade, and although I'm in a new form, I just feel like I got some of the energy of who I was back. And it gave me my life back, because when you are living constantly being pressed down underground by these difficulties, like it just functioning and getting through any day is a huge, huge task. And so it ties with that energy, but I feel like it's given me my life and my ability to engage with life back. Yeah, so those are the 5 ways in particular that I feel like Spravato was most helpful. I'm sure I'll think of others like, oh, I forgot this one, but profoundly helpful. The most helpful thing I've done in the last decade. So I strongly encourage you to consider it, to reach out to a practitioner, and to find out if you might be a good candidate for Spravato treatments.